Nice looking punch out style boxing game featuring everyone's favourite grill manufacturer George Foreman. It's nice until you start playing and realise how sodding difficult it is and how little movement is on offer. Not so great after all. Well, most annoying lead character award definitely goes to Zeke here, who's let out the doom-mongering nasties onto the world in this game. Very much in the same vein as Zombie Ate My Neighbour, same engine but different company, but not as highly regarded, although I did really enjoy the nice graphics and the premise. The controls are those momentum type, which means stopping and starting the character is a delayed affair, but it also has 2 players and a password system which helps get through the game. Not too shabby. I first played this on the PC back in the day and I don't remember it moving as fast as this. I think I liked this game, but I don't here. I soon got annoyed at the choppy movement and the quick deaths and I turned it off. It looks nice but doesn't play nice, so I'm out. So, another racer, but this time on bikes, which is pretty cool. Mode 7 are plenty, with nice animations for the bikes as they lean around the corners, but that's about all really. Nothing that hasn't been done before. 2 players is only head to head, which is a shame, and the variation between the tracks is fairly lacking. Now we're talking. Great visuals, weapons, fast gameplay, soundtrack and hard as nails, but Hagane rocks. I've never get far in it as it's pretty tough and I'm pretty shit, but it's one of those that's a real treat to play as soon as you start. 30 seconds in and you are grinning like a twat. A fairly generic top-down golf game with hard putting mechanics. It didn't wow me and it didn't piss me off either, it's just okay, I guess. Platformer time again, and this one's okay I guess too. The shrunken character premise is done nicely and there is a good mix of weapons and equipment to use to progress through the levels. I liked it a lot more than most platformers I've seen on the SNES, but probably not enough to put it through to the final. Very much in the Animal Crossing vein, this seems the sort of game you can just chill and play for a bit and return to every so often. A farming simulator of sorts with nice cute graphics and music, a nice break from all the shooters and platformers. Not much between these equal annoying games that I'm double featuring here, both basically the same puzzle game premise with the second one having a more basic look to it being released a year earlier. It's one of those line up certain amounts of matching colours to remove those pieces from the game type Tetris things, which I can enjoy in short bursts. Both have a 1-player story mode and a quite cool 2-player battle too. Both games were only released in Japan and Europe, with North America not getting a look in. If you haven't already, go watch Angry Video Game Nerd play this with Macaulay Culkin. It's way more fun than actually playing this shitfest. What annoys me is that this game could have been so cool, but they turned it into a poor generic platformer that barely has any passing resemblance to the movie. The Mega Drive Home Alone at least had a go at it, but this, nope. It looks horrible and it is horrible. And yes, the second one isn't much better. It looks better than the first one, although the character animation is non-existent. But this is just another generic platformer also, where stupid stuff wants to hurt you. Watch out for those killer suitcases. Okay, just piss off. Okay, this is a lot better than Home Alone in the movie tie-ins, to be fair, with great music and graphics. Everything is a little pedestrian, and although I played it for a short while, I couldn't really get to grips with the jump fly mechanic, but that may just have been me. Not a bad game though. Another simple puzzle game where you lay and eat eggs with a strategy to create lines that get automatically filled. Have more eggs at the end of the round and you win. It got pretty boring fairly quickly, but I do imagine it's good fun in 2-player mode, and graphically it's quite nicely done. Based on a cartoon show that I've personally never heard of, it's another platformer, but it's at least a completely bonkers one. Using your football, no really, as a weapon to kill the random arse shit that kills you throughout, it's quite interesting to play and quite nice to look at. With a name like Hyper V-Ball, I was slightly disappointed to find a volleyball game underneath the name. There is a robots option though that plays more with the physics of the game, which is interesting, and I imagine there's quite a lot of fun in 2-player mode, but in 1-player mode it got a bit boring against the CPU. Very much a, hey, look what the SNES can do early title here, and it gives me a headache just playing for 5 minutes. Kinda like F-Zero, but with less tracks and just loads of stuff to shoot. It looks frantic and fun, but it was just frantic. Not bad and probably impressive at the time, but not for me. So that's it for the G's and H's, and only 2 games are going to go through to the final, and those 2 games are Hagane, I think I'm saying that right, apologies if not, Hagane The Final Conflict from Hudson Soft from 1994, and Harvest Moon from 1996. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one.